What's up everybody, another beautiful day in Azeroth, and here's how to defeat heroic Broodtwister in the Nerub'ar Palace. Boss room is split into 3, each side covered in 3 different type of eggs, and each side having extra eggs of one type. Players targeted by experimental dosage gains a circle around them, and when it expires, it cracks any eggs hit by it. Doing so spawns an ad corresponding to the type of egg you cracked. The long egg gives you worms, big egg, big spider, and the cluster of baby eggs gives you parasites. Big spider needs to be tanked and gains a stacking damage increase until you defeat it. Worm needs to be interrupted, their poison burst hurts a lot. Parasites fixate on players and cast infest, making them spawn more parasites. These needs to be controlled and burst down. Stun, knock up, roots, etc. and fixated players needs to get the hell out of there. Kite if needed, unless you want a pad. At the start of the fight and when Broodtwister gains full energy, boss will beeline towards the nearest canister, so you can choose which ad side you want to begin with. When boss chugs the canister, he deals raid-wide AoE damage and applies healing absorbs. Just heal forehead. Now this side will start to slowly fill up with black blood, which deals ticking damage and applies more healing absorbs to players within it. Don't take a bath in it. If this blood reaches an egg, it will hatch the egg and deal raid-wide damage over 30 seconds, and the ad gets empowered, making them a lot harder to deal with. It's not an instant wipe if this happens, but you for sure want to avoid it. Goal is to clear each side of its eggs before they're hatched by the black blood. Now you get exactly 3 sets of 4 experimental dosages before one side is fully flooded by black blood, which is the exact amount of eggs on each side. However, you need to prio the eggs close to the canister, so the egg right next to the canister on each side needs to always be broken out first, along with 2-3 of the next line of eggs. Otherwise they'll get mutated. Second set of dosages needs to finish any eggs in the middle section, and the third breaks any remaining eggs. So you have some freedom in which eggs you want to break, but not a whole lot. Now you want to assign range DPS to always be ready to interrupt the worm ads when they spawn, as they cannot be moved, and you want to tank a boss near worm whenever possible. You need to assign stuns, bind, vortex, etc. for whenever you clear or crack a cluster of eggs, and the DPS should instantly swap to the parasites. Big spider should be cleaved down, but make sure they die before they stack too much damage increase, or tank gets sad. 1 heal. Then you want to avoid hatching more than 2 parasites or worms at the same time. It gets real tricky dealing with a lot of them at the same time. Now this is no longer a private aura, so there will be weak auras for experimental dosage when raid is out that will help coordinate egg breaking, so keep an eye out for that. And lastly, players targeted by sticky web gets a huge circle around them. They get slowed, and when you dispel it, it deals damage to anyone it hits and roots them. Ideally you want to move out and get dispelled so you don't root anyone. Keep in mind that you can dispel this on yourself with anything that removes roots like druid shapeshift, so avoid using those until you're away from other players. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments or become a patron, Twitch sub, or YouTube member and get access to the Stankie Discord, where you can get help with anything raiding related, shoutouts and videos, among other things. Don't forget the usual stuff: like, comment, subscribe, slap that notification bell. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.